see me that, baby? We got that Henny and tea right now.
Can you have here?
Yeah.
Where the gossip is juicy, okay? I'm your messy bestie. And I'm here
Mhm.
with all the cheese, you know. And the shade is served with a splash of sass. We sip slow and we spill that tea loud. So let's go. Let's pour it up. So I had a fantastic weekend, guys. You know what I'm saying? I got nice tan lines. But let's talk about what happened in Miami. Because Miami is the city where it's at. And LA too. So shout out to Coachella. Woo! Coachella was this weekend and LA is going crazy. For everybody that was out there, shout out to my boy Corey. He was out there turning up at all the events, Revolve, True Religion, getting all the free stuff. I wish I was out
working,
there.
man.
I would have been on all the free stuff.
Gotta respect that.
You know he be getting everything, so he got all the stuff. He's seen all the artists, and a big shout out to Lady Gaga. She did her thing on that stage, like epic. She is definitely.
Well, you know, she always gonna be different too, cause dress code, and you never know what to expect. She's like a white Missy Elliott.
It is, by the way.
You never know what to. That's why I did that.
Yeah, I like that truth.
But because of that, she's just, you never know what to expect with her. You never know what the dress code gonna be, the outfit.
Oh, yeah.
She may come totally different than what you expect. You might even see her, don't even notice it's her.
Exactly.
That's how. Yeah. So
like,
I
what?
like the creativity and the whole thought,
Yeah.
but also having great music and being around for so long. Like she's been around for a
She's
while.
been around
so,
for a while, and she
yeah,
did for
man,
a crowd,
so
and she made homage, I think, to McQueen.
definitely, and been
designer
transitioning.
brand.
Yeah, she been transitioning to movies and stuff, and like
So
it's
she
major
played her
salute,
classics. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few songs that I'm like, damn, did you do the song? Because I wanted you to. But she did most of her. She did Paparazzi.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard that song live? What?
Yeah.
Live? That's crazy. And she did a different scene for each song. That woman is dedicated. A different scene per song. You know how hard that is for your stage to set up
that's
while
just,
you're like.
but that's just like
that's
her.
insane.
She likes
Yeah,
to
that
change
is her.
outfits.
Exactly.
That's just like her.
Like, she's insane. I
Yeah.
love her. Shout out to her. And speaking of Missy Elliott, she did her thing at Coachella.
Yeah,
she
I
was
seen
a
that.
transformer.
She came as the Missy Elliott car from the video she had.
Yeah, she
Sock It
came
to Me.
out.
The Sock It
Yes.
to Me video.
I was like,
Oh yeah. I'm a
what?
Missy
Missy
fan,
did-
so
oh
it
my
just hit
God.
right at home when she came up there on the stage and was dressed as one of the cars and got up and folded up into just
yeah, she had so many. Everybody was saying like all the millennials should have been there instead of like the Gen Z because they don't know what to appreciate Missy Elliott doing her thing. You feel me? So shout out to Missy, she did, and shout out to all the artists that obviously performed. I don't know everybody, the whole lineup, but those are the top ones that I've seen that I was like, wow, that actually did something good because everybody else just jumped on stage and did nothing. I'm like, okay, baby. Okay. Cute. That was nice.
So it wasn't nobody else to you?
I mean,
Because I seen Glow. Glow was shaking that cake. What?
Cardi B was shaking it at the Revolve event that Corey was at. So
that's
shout out
cool,
to
but
Glow.
did you see Glow?
Oh, Glow really did her thing.
that.
I'm not gonna lie, she really did her thing. She has dancers and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, Glow did her thing.
That thing,
Lotto
boy.
did not.
That little thing.
And I like Lotto.
That little thing, boy. I'm speaking for the fellas right now. What?
Her booty getting nice. She been working
That
out,
thing-
guys.
yeah,
Y'all
that thing
sleep
was
on Glow. I'm
moving.
telling you, I've been working out too. The gym will do wonders. You gotta put in that work though.
Amen.
You gotta put in that work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speaking of tours and concerts, we had one in our own backyard, the Millennium Tour, with none only Omarion, Brandy's brother. What's his name? Ray J.
You're so disrespectful.
Whatever his name is, he was making out with Princess in front of the stage.
Whatever his name is, that's crazy.
He was making out with Princess in front. Y'all have a toxic relationship. They was all making out in front of the concert, whatever. I think Shade Moss performed too, and I haven't seen him since the show with. Wow, it's been a while since Shade Moss.
Let me put my shades back on.
Like, it just gets a little shady. You feel me? So, shout out to the Millennium Tour. Did you go? Did anybody go? It was in
I actually
Sunrise,
had to
Florida, in Broward County. I know a lot of girls went.
Yeah, man, it was a movie. I seen a lot of people posting, but I had to work and stuff like that. But no, for the most part, I seen that Trey Songz brought out Low Shimmies. That's a Broward move too. So shouts out to
nice.
Trey Songz bringing out Low Shimmy.
Right. Shout out to the crib.
Yeah.
You know, we have our artists coming up. Shout out to Lotion.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be performing 420 at Commander Winwood. So if y'all want to check him out,
Oh, he gonna be performing there too?
yeah, 420 at the Grab It Leaf.
That's
event.
dope.
Yes.
Oh, speaking on the weekend too, Boosie was in town, man. Shouts out to Shallow
Okay,
Side, Lauder Hill, man.
Boosie.
They had a
Okay.
video shoot over there in deep Shallow Side, I believe, in Lauder Hill.
Lauder Hill, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be wrong, but I definitely think it was Shallow Side. But yeah, man, Boosie featured with the artist Country Boy. Shout out my boy, man. He moving and shaking and doing what he doing. And shouts out to his whole management and team, man. Shout out to Tippy and them and Swag Life, the whole movement. So they brought out the people, man. And Boosie was just like anybody else with everybody, man. So shouts out to them shooting the video too.
Listen, I've served up Boosie. He is really cool.
Yeah.
He's a really nice one. And speaking of Florida events, we did have a Florida, Flow Rider was hosting Carol City High Picnic. So shout out to Carol City. They had their own picnic. They gave out a Mercedes to a well-deserved gentleman.
That was sponsored.
Yeah, they gave out a car.
Hosting sponsor.
Yeah, they gave out a Benz. I'm like, damn, y'all, I should have gone to that. I want to see if I can
You
win
seen
that
the
car.
concert they had? The lineup?
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good lineup.
They actually put on it was like a Florida Rolling Loud.
Yeah, it was super dope.
They just didn't put all the popular names, but,
but
it was something that can be started as that in a transition, just for the crib.
Yeah, it was really nice. I like that. I like that he did that. So shout out to, Carol City, Miami.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a few DJ homies that was out there DJing for certain artists too, so major salute to them too, man. A lot of us don't get those opportunities, so you get the chance, man, take advantage and make sure you support the artist the right way so everything can work out the longevity. You feel me?
Well, let's check out. Word on the street is that Drake working on a new album.
Yes, sir. Say what?
Is that true?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, DJ, you gotta tell me.
I heard him see.
DJ?
He posted he was on live stream with Aiden Ross.
Okay, Aiden Ross.
Yeah, and
he was out here in Miami too, turning up.
Yeah, he kind of mentioned it in conversation with him on his live stream. He was just like, "Yeah, man, I'm working on the album and shit." And Aiden asked him solo. He was like, "Yeah, man." It's like, "Oh shit!" So, but yeah, man. So
Drake, what are you gonna work for?
I mean, after dropping what he was dropping, people thought he was just gonna chill a little bit. So I guess he's still finna put the gas on the.
Well.
Yeah.
I want to have a little part of my segment that I have rhyme of the week or verse of the week or something like that, but I don't really have that right now. What I do have is collab of the week.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll work on that for a few.
We'll work for it, but I do have a collab of the week. Shout out to Travis Scott who performed his remix of Nokia with Drake. I wish we had a clip of that, but that was fire. He was like, "Who calling my phone? Who calling?" Oh, I didn't even know he jumped in the remix. I didn't even know that was cool. I thought everybody was beefing with everybody. He obviously chose a side, and it was Drake's.
Yeah, I mean,
he chose some money.
I found that out today.
And I don't blame him.
So when you mentioned it earlier before the show, I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, he dropped it live at Coachella. Yeah, it was a live performance.
It had to be that because you can't find it. Ain't no way.
It's
I would have had it.
It was just a clip. I don't know if he's gonna release it, but he released it. Everybody was going crazy for that song.
Yeah.
Ooh, call him up. Imagine Travis Scott on that, like remix. Like that's crazy. And then he's like, turn it up, like in the background with the ad-libs. Like
that's dope, man.
He's obviously gonna change the song a little bit, so that's dope.
But that's what I was mentioning last time. Before I was just like, man, listen. Yeah, win, lose, draw, whatever happened, both are still successful.
Exactly. I want them to both be successful.
Both are back to getting that paper.
I want Canada to get a paper. I want Drake to get a paper.
I mean, at that moment, it was a good fight. They had a winner and you had a loser. But outside of that, they still won collectively.
Exactly. So. Shout out to OVO and shout out to Kendrick, West Coast. Shout out to all y'all. As long as y'all make music, I'm pretty much happy.
Drake is on a mission right now, so I think the second one gonna be some pressure.
Exactly. I think
he got some shit to say that he haven't really said on the sense of just who been around him and who been involved. I think that's gonna start being revealed.
Exactly, right? We're gonna
like the people that are supposed to be in his corner or supposed to be supporting him or defending his, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just gonna be a little intellectual vibe where you gotta just sit there and listen to it because he's gonna say some shit. So.
Yeah. And another hot take. Yesterday was Baddies reunion part 1. Oh, ding ding ding. Part 1 was yesterday. All right, guys. I have Zeus Network. You have Zeus Network. I know. I want to throw like a watch party for the Baddies, like the guys do UFC.
Yeah.
I want to throw a watch party for the Baddies show.
I mean, it depends. We can have that conversation.
Yeah, I think that would be a great. I have Zeus Network. I pay for it, so we can watch it wherever. I can screen it on my phone.
We already had the Super Bowl party here.
Exactly. I want to have the Baddies watch party because the way they finna throw down next show. I hate when they tease you. The first show was a little like there was a few fights. They messed up Emma's face. If you know Emma, my girl. Why y'all hit her like that? Supposed to be y'all damage her eye. I'm gonna find out next show. If you haven't watched the reunion, you got to watch the part 1.
You hurt my eye.
Her eye, supposedly she can't see. Poor Emma. I forgot. Because Emma was so cute.
Man, but
and then she got ugly ass Summer trying to hit her. Summer, sit down and Lex, shut the fuck up.
It comes with fighting. I'm starting to believe. So I mean.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These shows are becoming like UFC. Like women watch. I want to watch the fight. Like it's like fight night. Like we women turn up their TV at 8 p.m. to watch baddies, to see
and they gon'
the drama unfold and bitches fight.
And
Taseki fights Dolly.
And
I
they
can't wait
big
to
it if
see
they miss
that.
it too. So
What?
they big
Taseki
it
knocked
too.
out DTB's tooth.
Lord.
Last reunion.
I heard that. Yeah.
And I rock with DTB.
See,
I went to
yeah,
a
I was
birthday
just gonna
party.
say,
She's
you
from
know, she
Florida.
part of the family now.
Yeah,
so
she's
she's
cool
been
as
here
fuck.
and all kind of
She's
stuff.
real
so,
cool people.
You know,
She's
she
real
brought
nice.
kind of
She's
native.
a real
She
nice
family.
girl. So I have a picture of her and everything.
I just think the contract with doing bad is you gotta fade. I think that's what comes
you
with
gotta
it.
entice people. You,
You
gotta
just
antagonize. You
gotta-
gotta be a. You gotta start.
You can't do like the scandals because it's all females.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So you have to find another narrative. Who trying to be the baddest, or you throwing things in the air, or throwing it to the wall to see who's gonna bite to competition.
But at least before they
competition.
actually had beef.
So-
The only complaints that the girls have now is that back in the day they would have to be in the house and kind of get to know each other, and
Yeah.
then they would spark up beef because I don't really like how you rock, or bitch you dirty, or, like,
Or she coming
it
off
was like
as
a reason.
bougie,
But now they
or-
just have no reason to
Come
fight.
on
They
now.
just I don't like you because you boring. Like what? That's not even a reason to fight somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Or
Summer is really big on that.
Or the pay of rumors floating around the house.
Yeah, they talk
Hey,
shit
I'm
about
gonna
each other.
send you another 1,000 if you make this up and tell.
Yeah,
her.
they'll do that, and like I don't like
This
that.
is a hustle.
I
It's a
do like
business.
that. Like at the end of the day,
Gotta
Summer,
respect the hustle.
I respect the hustle too.
Yeah,
so
gotta
y'all
respect the
gonna fight
hustle.
about nothing. But at the end of the day, Summer, you ain't shit for a lot of things that you do. You nasty too. You just ratchet. You just a ratchet ass girl. She is so nasty.
Oh man.
She is awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and try to jump everybody. So guys, I cannot wait. Next Sunday. I'm so mad that I work because it's 420, guys. So it's gonna be Easter and 420.
We all work. Shouts out to all the stoners.
Shout out to the stoners that are fun to work. I'm working on
Everybody.
at a 420 event, but I'm definitely gonna be mad. I want to have a watch party for the baddies reunion part 2.
Matter of fact, instead of just mentioning that, you can't forget a pretty big, important holiday as well as 420. Easter.
Yeah, Easter.
Easter is right around the corner, and the same day as 420
We
as
have
well.
a giant
so
golden egg in the room. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna fill it
man,
up with
so-
stuff and give it away.
matter of fact, we're gonna do something different.
Oh,
It's gonna be our question and answer.
okay. The
egg.
golden
And we're
egg.
gonna keep it forever.
I like the egg. It was golden.
Shake the egg up, pull out a question.
Right, we gonna do that stuff.
Okay.
But baddies next week. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. If y'all want to hit me up about the baddies, talk shit about them, let me know because I will talk shit about every single one of them. You know why? Because I know how to fight and they can fight me whenever they want.
Also-
on the house.
Also,
We cool.
a friendly update is
Friendly update.
yeah, this is friendly update, but it's long overdue since forever.
Yeah.
We will have an actual phone to run the phone line
Finally,
by
we
next
see
show.
so many callers.
By next show.
Maybe we can do relationship advice help.
Oh no,
Oh,
that'll take over the show. What you mean?
maybe one question.
Well, we have a question per episode.
Right.
How about that? Pertaining to everything that we mix in per show. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yes,
And well,
sir.
then I have a Florida heat check because I got to talk about my people down in Florida. So the artist we
Okay.
have highlighted today is Hot Boy. Hot Boy is back in hot water. Just when you
Mhm.
thought that he was free and clear, Hot Boy is back in the headlines after dodging a major RICO case.
Hold on,
You
back in.
know it.
I thought you were finna say somebody he doing something good. God damn, he back in some shit.
Yeah, he's back in some shit. Yeah, he's back in the headlines after dodging a major RICO case and making noise with a comeback track first day out. 1.2 million views in a week. He got arrested again in Orlando this past weekend on unrelated charges.
Crazy
Hot Boy,
work.
keep it together. Why are you doing this to Florida? I don't like these news. But you did make 1.2 million views on your song first day out. So shout out to that. That's fire. Not even mainstream artists
that's
can do
dope.
that.
I just hate why the stigma feels like it's so close to being true.
Why they
That's
like
what I
it?
hate.
I don't know why they.
As a Florida native, they label Florida as literally almost the stigma we are almost to that point. Like that's crazy.
You
Get
know
out of
that
jail,
shit.
get a second chance at life, and at young age to recover and do things at a new start. You go back. Maybe it's somebody in there you need to go visit.
Mhm.
That's how my grandma used to say it. You going back in there, you must want to go see somebody. It's somebody you miss.
I know that one.
So, hey man, prayers to him, prayers to the family. You know, always we want to see our young artists and anybody, our young black people out there doing what they're supposed to do, especially if you're a figure.
Break.
I mean, the break might be trying to be caught. He just don't want to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
He out there fumbling that bit, bad receiver.
Okay.
So
Well, and
You never
then
know.
we have other artists that are kind of on the come up, but we haven't heard anything. You know, the streets are silent from Reese, Cartel, Yahweh, Cuddy Reese, you know, Tyler, Yahweh. So we haven't really heard nothing much about them. You know what I'm saying? So any other Florida artists y'all want to mention? Hot take, you know? The top hot today, we had that number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that number one is actually.
I like that song. I've heard that song.
Icy Big Bank.
Icy Big Bank. Shout out to you, girl.
We've been floating with that since the review show, but also she's from Tallahassee, Florida as well. So shouts out to the 850. Shouts out to everybody that's pushing behind her as well. I end up getting that email just in being involved with the core DJs and a lot of other DJ that's moving and shaking, that's really facilitating for the states and for outside of the country. But shouts out to everybody like TJ DJs, Rap Juggernaut, my boy. I know I'm gonna forget a few people, but I gotta.
Feezy supposedly is trying to break records too, like the old school way. So he
yeah,
came out on Instagram.
We got some work to do, me and Feezy too. We've been chopping it, so we
yeah. He said he's trying to get an artist. He said from nothing.
I'm gonna bring him in here. And we gonna chop it up.
Yeah, he said he want to bring an artist, and because they're saying that DJs don't break records anymore. But so he's like, I bet I can get an artist with no likes on nothing, and I'm gonna break that record. So we'll see. Yeah, I gotta have a chop because we break records literally. Y'all see Flip throw the record. We break that.
I'm part of that.
We cracking it.
I'm part of that motion.
Exactly. We be cracking records.
Just want to throw that out there.
We be breaking records all the time.
Honestly, truthfully, anybody that's tuning in for the South Florida circuit, he kind of bring that to my attention because he's not in the local circuit of everything.
He's a traveling DJ.
Yeah, so for the fact of that, he comes to me because he knows what we are capable of and what we have to offer as far as Hit Factory Radio and the DJs. He's sent plenty of artists to us, so we've been over the years working in co-branding and stuff. So that's why I'm saying with those situations, like
exactly.
Yeah, man.
And last but not least, we have the clip of the week, and I want to talk about this person before we drop the clip. The infamous Bad Baby. Damn Alabama, you were Tramp Alabama. I love that song. Shout out to you, girl. And Kanye West cleared it for you. Thank you. We always have this misconception about Bad Baby being a bad baby because she is. Danielle is a little bit bad baby. She came out Dr. Phil, coming out like a bad child, like screaming at her mama, like meet me out, catch me outside. How about that? Like she was ready to fight everybody, like her mama,
It's all good. Shit happens.
So everybody painted her as a bad guy, even though she made millions of dollars. She made like $70 million in an hour, I think, on OnlyFans. Girls making guap, so she don't care about nothing.
She'd be interesting.
But I have a video. She did an interview with my girl Ari Fletcher, little cooking show that she got on YouTube, and she dropped some gems for us to know that I actually like Danielle. I'm like, damn girl, I didn't like you before. Nah, I like you. I fuck with Danielle now. I fuck with you, Bad Baby.
Yeah, she been invited to the cookout for a bit.
I invited to the cookout. She cool as fuck. Yeah. She's cool as AF. Like she was really down to earth and explained. And after hearing this story you're gonna hear right now, you're gonna understand why Bad Baby is a bad baby.
That mama didn't come get you because she didn't believe me. Because Donna took your letters. So if you tell your parent what's going on there, they will not send your letter out.
Y'all motherfuckers need to be out there.
No, there was kids there getting molested, and yeah.
You got molested?
Not there.
But in life?
Twice.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how many times you want to count it, but I mean, who's molesting you? Well, I was molested by my mom's ex-boyfriend from 3 to 6, and then I was molested by my from 13 to 16.
Hello.
And then I had 30-year-old boyfriends when I was 16, 17, 18. Where? He's still out living his life. He's living his life. Too. Is that any seduce you? Mm-hmm. He was molesting you? Yeah.
Child.
You don't know that shit? No.
That was a real breather right there, boy.
Boy. I'm sipping my tea like, let me sip my tea. It's a little hot in here.
I felt that the whole way. Like, wow.
What?
I wouldn't know what to say neither. I wouldn't know what to say.
Like, if you go back and you watch the tape, it explains why she has so much hatred towards her mother.
But it is not 100% all in her favor. Like, it's certain things at a certain age. If you experience it early on,
True.
you will know what to do the second time. Now, if this is a consistent thing happening to you, it's more shame on you because you can kind of figure out the signs. You can kind of peep it out before it takes to the physical situation. You get what I'm saying? And for the most part, I just think that a lot of that can be resolved by certain things, like certain actions, or not even just saying hey to my mom or letting her know. She might not believe. Who knows? You know how
Yeah,
life
because
is.
the first one was her boyfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
How
How life is. That's the traumatizing point. But
then it happened to her when she became famous. After that, she became famous, and it was, allegedly it was her bodyguard.
Yeah.
That was assaulting her or whatever, molesting her. But at that point, you
How,
so
though?
how is your bodyguard?
That's what I'm saying. How?
Like the thing is that
How?
He's a pedo, but she probably thought it was normal from her experiences, which wasn't. So I guess as an adult, she can reflect back and be like, well, that wasn't normal.
That had
I
to
fell
be,
for the
listen,
trap of,
my
like,
thing
being-
is that had to be more consent than
A little bit more consensual, yeah. But I'm not
it-
gonna lie.
it-
When I was 15,
that's-
there was 20-year-old guys hanging out with me. Now I think back about it, I'm like, why am I hanging out with us? Oh,
That's cool.
He was
That
hanging
was,
out with us younger. He
but
was
that-
a creep.
but that was the thing,
He
though.
just had a car.
Back in the 80s towards the 90s, you had a 15-year-old.
It was the 2000s.
19, 20.
I'm not
Then
that old.
that was different. I get it, but
I'm young still.
I get it. But you got to think about it. If that guy is attracted to younger girls, that's the first main problem. The
Yeah.
second main problem is if the girl is attracted to older guys. That's what make this okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
the
make this
girl
okay.
Don't know no better. She gonna be attracted
How
to
she
you. You got a
don't know
car,
that?
you got a nice house, you look better than the
You
little
got
12
boys
year
that-
olds that you talking to.
you got boys
Hello.
in school with you.
You got your body shape.
You got boys in school with you.
Yeah.
The only way you go to an older guy is because you lack the father in your life. That's the only way that goes that
I
way.
can don't totally. I have father. I totally agree on that.
That goes that way.
Yeah, that does kind of. That
They need that foundation that around them. They need that in their life.
a
So
father to be like, hey, don't do that, or hey, or maybe like a father, a role model to show you.
yeah,
that
that's
this
what I'm
is
saying.
A man's supposed to do.
A
This is what a man don't do.
a man to show you some direction. If you
Yeah.
don't get it in the house, you're gonna find it somewhere else out. That's what I think the thing is as a female.
Yeah, no. Well,
So-
I think she said she was cool with her dad now because the interviews outside it's super dope. Like, I like that Ari does these like little deep dive interviews and stuff. She
Mhm.
does her research. So she was explaining, but she was also talking about how she dated Sosa when she was like 16 and he was like 20.
That's her fault.
That was a little bit
It-
like,
it-
girl, you want to date cheap
It
kicks or whatever.
became a thing in her head to deal with older guys.
Yes, that's what she was talking
She
about.
was
that she had
programmed.
after that,
She
yes,
got programmed to
from
it.
the first problem. But you
Yeah,
don't
she
agree
got
that the
programmed
first
to it.
problem is the problem?
If you sign up to start dealing with older guys, you sign up for the problem that happened to you.
The
That's
first
why
time she
you-
got molested, though. The second time was
But it
kinda
still
more
was.
like,
The point was, it was still with an older guy. So
True.
if you have this series of dating older guys, that started from there, or dealing with.
Like,
I ain't
it
gonna say
started
dating.
from the
Dealing-
first incident that
Come
she
on,
had.
come on now. So,
So you think that she could stop it from the second, third incident?
that's why. No, after the first one, it's on them. The second one is on you. Shame on you. Then shame on me if I repeat it.
I feel that, but she was kind of young, so you don't really know nothing.
You do
when
know
you're
something.
That age. I mean, at that point, you already know too much. But do you know enough to make
Ain't the
a
saying?
decision that doesn't? You know what I'm saying?
But ain't the saying is the experience is the greatest teacher?
It is.
Something traumatizing to you, you will learn the direction of what's gonna happen to you if you smell it.
Oh, I'm not gonna
see it
lie. I
coming.
seen her. The first
You
creeper
gonna
I
know
seen was
and
at the
smell
bus,
it.
and I never wanted to ride the bus
That's-
because I knew the creeps was on the bus.
That's
and I
my
never
point.
wanted to ride the bus. I was
That's my
followed
point.
twice by two dudes.
So my
One time
thing
I was
is,
with my homeboy, thank God, and the second time another guy in the bus told the guy to get the fuck away from me.
the only way
I was blessed
you
twice.
have sympathy for her or treat her as a victim in series of these things happening, that means you think she dumb. Because I don't think
no, well,
she dumb.
She a little dumb.
I don't think she dumb.
Nah, she a little dumb because
She-
she's talking about getting
she
abused
probably-
by her boyfriend and she
but
thinks
she-
that's normal. She thinks that she needs therapy.
But that's the whole thing of what I just said. She need that man's structure. She never had it. So any man, for any circumstance, can show you something different than the last one, but he can also add to something totally different to unlock your experience.
True. And what do you feel about the white on white crime that she got with Alabama?
It's like, well,
It's white on white crime.
what us been waiting on thousands of years? Beef with each other. Why y'all beefing with us? We
Yeah,
the ones
beef
want
with
peace.
each other. Hate on each other.
We want to invite y'all to the barbecue. We want to make money with y'all. We not the enemy.
Yes. She was also
Fight
Bad
each
Baby.
other.
Bad Baby
And
also
figure
talked
it out.
about. Speaking of that, Bad Baby also. There was another clip that she was talking to Ari about racism, and she was like, "Is your mama racist?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then her mom, and then Ari's like, okay, well,
I'm
you
not
have a black
surprised.
baby. Like, what's up? She's like, well, I don't see it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, girl, you dumb as hell. That's why I was like, girl, you dumb.
Crazy.
You
work.
dumb. But at least we know. At least she's honest. She's not racist, and she can acknowledge that her mother has freaking problems, and she's not okay in the head.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, shit happens.
I mean, you know, I still like the interview. I would definitely recommend for you guys to watch the interview with Ari on YouTube. It's super dope. And you actually get to know another side of Danielle you didn't know. She's actually pretty cool. And then poor girl's been through a lot. And like, Shorty been through everything. She got cancer too. So I think she's like, you know, getting better. Or I don't know what she got going on. But damn, Alabama. You a tramp, Alabama? So, you know, and with that,
Be like that.
hot ass tea that we just had. I'm gonna sip my stuff. Any other events coming up? 420, Happy Easter's coming up, so we'll let you know how it goes in the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot, baby.
Yeah,
It was hot.
yeah, ain't gonna- I'm literally over here sweating. That
you
tea was
sweating.
hot.
That's how hot the tea was. I'm gonna sip my
That's
thing.
crazy.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, man, definitely. Shouts out to the NNT segment, man. Shouts out to Fatima That Baby, and
You
of
can
course,
find me
yeah,
at
yeah.
Fatima That Baby on all platforms.
And of course, man, you know we got that special guest in the building tonight, right?
Oh, yes, we do.
man. So, as we have the special guest come through soon, shortly, Speaker Boss, you got something in the chamber for us, dog?
And you know it.
Yes, sir. You already know what it is. Each and every Monday.
Like,